The Nintendo Switch is a new console that was released in 2017. It was released quite soon after the Wii U due to that console's failures. Since then, it has become the second most sold Nintendo console after the Wii, and with that came some brilliant games. The Switch has produced some of Nintendo's best ever games, and today we're going to look at the top 10. Do keep in mind, this is my opinion, and opinions matter, so if you don't like my opinion, don't yell at me in the comments, okay? I'm Tom from Nintendo Extremists, and today we're going to look at the top 10 Switch games. Okay, I have to be honest here. The only reason this game is on this list is because I needed to fill the number 10 slot. And out of the games we might have picked, this one was the highest rated online, so blame the internet. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is ported from the Wii U, but it doesn't mean it's not a good game. If you didn't already know, this game is a spin-off from 3D World, and I'm guessing that it was well received, so they made it into its own game. The graphics are beautiful, and the gameplay is amazing, and it's well worth it, priced at only £35. I know that can be still quite pricey, but compared to other Switch games, that's cheap. I forgot to mention that this game is also available on the 3DS, but at just £13. But let's face it, you're gonna buy the Switch version. Truth be told, I don't own this game, never even watched a video on it, but it's here, it's number 10, let's go on the list. This game isn't short of controversy, and it's considered by most to be very mediocre, but Pokemon Sword and Shield is actually a very good game. It may not be the longest storyline in a Pokemon game, but the seemingly faster pace doesn't really detract from the entertainment value. I still completely enjoyed playing the game, and find myself getting more involved in new mechanics than some of the previous games. The world looks cool, and it's pretty fun just to hop on the bike and cruise around. Sword and Shield are a balance of good and bad. Long-term players might find themselves liking the game to Black and White, or the Sinnoh era. Like Black and White and Diamond and Pearl, Sword and Shield feels very transitionary as a game. It's not where the series is at, but it gives a lot of insight into future direction, whilst offering more quality of life improvements, though there's some problems as it goes. Coming in at number 8, we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Don't worry guys, this is the second and last Wii U port to make this list. Now, look, I know a few people were disappointed that we didn't get a brand new Mario Kart game for the Switch, but I think this makes up for it. If you thought the original was good, this version polishes everything off. For starters, battle mode is actually quite good. Brand new tracks were introduced, and they didn't just rehash the original tracks. All the DLC is now included, so there's 200cc, new tracks, characters and vehicle parts. Only downside I suppose is that you can't lock any of the characters. Well, apart from Gold Mario, but we'll ignore him for now. If you haven't already, pick up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, as its improved visuals and multiple ways to play makes it one of the best Mario Kart games and the most buy for the Switch. In my opinion, the Luigi's Mansion series is one of the most underrated Nintendo series that involves Mario characters, and it's nice to see Luigi get the spotlight more often. The controls are easy, the story is great, puzzles have the right level of challenge. In this game, you're in a hotel, which is a nice change of scenery. You can interact with pretty much anything, and since this is a game where you can collect things, in this case money, it's a dream, especially when the money is in places that imply a little joke. The abilities in this game look like they'll be played off for cheap gimmicks, but woven regularly and creatively the puzzles and incredible searches. The updates that Nintendo made to the Portal guys are perfect, and Sucking with Ghosts is truly engaging. If you enjoy puzzle games, definitely pick up Luigi's Mansion 3, you won't be disappointed. If you enjoyed the first Splatoon game on the Wii U, you'll love the sequel on the Switch. Splatoon 2 is so unique from regular shooter games, and is very addictive. Single player mode can be boring, and I've seen other people agree with me here, but I suppose the ending makes up for it? I don't know. The DLC is one of the best I've ever played. You play as an Octolink, which is super cool on its own, but the overall darkness, story, and difficulty adds to the fun. Then there's the online, which is the main part of the game. The Switch's online is very mediocre, but it works okay in this game. There are 3 modes I enjoyed the most: Time and Run, Turf War, and Ranked. The gears and abilities help out greatly. There are a lot of weapons to choose from. This game has everything good about the original, as well as new mechanics that make the experience fresh. Sequels. Can't get enough of them. So far, we've had Luigi's Mansion 3, Splatoon 2, and now Super Mario Maker 2. Don't worry guys, this will be the last sequel on this list. The original game on the Wii U was good, but this one tops it for me. So much fun experimenting with the new updates, finding out what works and what doesn't. Some stuff works well with trolling people who play your levels. In this game, they added to the new Super Mario Bros. Format, which is nice to see. There's also lots of power-ups, music, and bosses. I really appreciate Koji Kondo adding the new music for the themes that had no music in the original, like Super Mario Bros, which focused on just 3 or 4 song themes. There's just so much you can do in this game. The multiplayer versus can be toxic as hell, and I love it. It's hilarious playing each other's levels, but it can be laggy if one person joins the game as a bad connection. Again, referring back to Switch is crappy online. Super Mario Maker on the Wii U was a masterpiece, but this game knocked it right out of the park. You guys know I love the Smash Bros series, and at number 4, we have Smash Bros Ultimate. Some of you may have been surprised to see it at number 4, but I had such a hard job of choosing between the top 4. In my opinion, I think it's probably the most overrated game on the Switch, but that doesn't mean it's not fantastic. The main mechanic in this game is that every character from the previous games will be in this one, as well as some new faces. The gameplay is really smooth and the controls are super easy. The only downside I suppose is that there isn't a lot to do. Now, I know that's the case for a lot of Smash Bros games, but once you complete the World of Lies adventure mode, what do you do next? All in all, this is a fantastic game with fluid animation. If you're a fan of Smash Bros or looking for a blast of a multiplayer experience, look right here. Into the top 3, I'm gonna have the newest game on this list. It's funny really, because prior to this game's release, me and Matt used to trash talk this game, but we decided to pick it up and play it for ourselves. Let's just say we may have been horribly wrong. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a fantastic game, with great graphics. The animation always manages to surprise me. This is such a free roam game, although you'd have to follow some steps to ensure that you're alright to go on your own. It's much more than just rule following, which I think is really cool. The controls work spectacularly, so does the story as you play through the game. And here's what Matt has to say about this game.
Ah yes, Animal Crossing New Horizons is definitely a worthwhile game to get for the Switch. It offers hours of fun and generally, from what I've played, I've enjoyed every single part. It's one of those games where you generally want to come back and you don't mind waiting a certain time period. Or unless you're just a little cheat and you decide to change the Switch's time. But yes, Animal Crossing, I just love this game. The wacky nature of it is just, it's perfect. If you happen to play Animal Crossing's New Leaf, you'll definitely want to play this one. That's all I can say about the game. Definitely a good pickup.
You guys have no idea how hard it was for me to pick between the top 2, as they're both out of this world and arguably the best games that Nintendo have ever made. But number 2, we'll have Super Mario Odyssey. This game is a masterpiece. The music, kingdoms, even the boss fights are all such great additions to this already wonderfully built Mario game. I love Mario games and have been for a long time. To me, they are the only thing that I could need in a video game because of how clean they are. This Mario game in particular takes Mario 3D and Mario's cap to a whole other level. The capture is the best thing about this, since you can capture anything from a frog to even Yoshi the Green Dinosaur himself. Bowser and Peter's wedding storyline was unexpected, seeing as Nintendo seemed to avoid any real love of marriage within the Mario games, but I quite like that. It made the story sillier and better to go through, as Mario was trying to crash the wedding, which is super funny and great. I honestly think this deserves a 5-star rating, mainly because of how much time I poured in this masterpiece. It's a lot like 3D World, but instead, Mario's alone. And honestly, that's how I like it. This game is truly great. Have fun playing it if you haven't already. Our number 1 pick is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, I'm not much of a Zelda fan, but this game changed that quickly. This game doesn't stop impressing me with all its DLCs, beautiful soundtrack, altogether, great package of a game. Every stone unturned fills me with a sense of rewarding, even if there's no prize to be earned for my strife. The characters are all lovable, from the mains such as Link and Zelda, or the champions to the small encounters that you have en route to new locations. Overall, the story was a masterpiece. The Divine Beasts were an amazing idea for puzzles. Fighting Ganon was an excellent experience, along with the ending. The world kept me running with many side quests to complete memories to unfold, in order to expand the story. There's so many things to explore here, and just seeing what everything is in the end fills me with joy for how the whole game came together. I would absolutely recommend this game to anybody, whether you're a Zelda fan or not. And there you have it, my top 10 Switch games. What did you make of my list? What changes would you make? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts and opinions. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe, so I never miss any future content. If you think your friends might enjoy this video, share it to them. Also, turn on notifications so you get notified the second we upload a video. I've been Tom from Nintendo Streamers, and I'll catch you next time.